Um, it's almost like the fans are the club in a lot of ways. Um, I always think I would describe the people who go to Anfield as supporters, not spectators, because they're almost participants, but they play a role.
Yeah.
And it is a myth to say like it's a wall of noise for 90 minutes for every single game because the best one in the world, you can't have the same atmosphere for a Barcelona Champions League semi-final as a Saturday 12:30 kickoff against Bournemouth. It's two different worlds, and it shouldn't be the same. And I think that is the secret sauce behind Liverpool's success at Anfield is that the crowd raise themselves at the right times, at the right moments, in the right games.
Okay.
And you can go to some clubs on the continent where it's just a constant sound of people banging drums and chanting, and it doesn't dip and ebb and flow. Anfield ebbs and flows, sucks you into the whirlpool. And I don't know the facts or the stats on this, but I always felt on the clock, and it's felt a bit the same on the slot. Liverpool get one, you can quickly get another
Yeah.
at Anfield because players' heads go. It's that noise that surrounds, and I think even the design of Anfield House, it's like a chocolate box almost now, the way the stands have been done. You must feel in the thick of it,
Yeah.
and everybody's against you. And goal goes in, your head goes down. All of a sudden, this sort of the red arrows are coming at you again, and oh my god, they scored again. And that happens so much on the clock, and it happened on the slot. And I think that ebb and flow of the crowd and the crowd knowing when the players need a bit extra and knowing when to get involved is, as you put it, a secret sauce.
Yeah. I think with culture, there's a couple of things that come into my mind when you were talking there. Like I asked somebody over in New Zealand where I live now a couple of weeks ago what culture meant to them, and they referred to one of the Silver Ferns, which is the netball team, the national team. That one of the coaches had turned around and said, "It's like the wind. You know when it's with you at the back. You can't touch it or feel it, but you also know it's in your face, and you're obviously pushing against it." And again, to go back to Liverpool in the 70s, it was almost like it was that unstoppable force that you couldn't see. And you mentioned also community connection and something that I'm going to speak to a guy called Andy Martin, who's a lecturer in New Zealand at Massey University. He wrote a book on the All Blacks and one on the Silver Ferns.
Mm-hmm.
He co-authored it, I should say. And a lot of that talks about the sense of belonging, the community and connection. Yeah. And it seems to me that Liverpool, especially with the fans, have built a sense of belonging and community and connection, but it also emanates into the city
Mm-hmm.
and the people of Liverpool. And all that history, the Beatles that you mentioned, the football clubs, obviously the people across Stanley Park who now got a new stadium, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm keen to go and see on my trip over here to the UK. So building that sense of belonging and togetherness seems real key, and Liverpool have really cracked it. And like you said, it's something that's ebbed and flowed though, and there have been parts where Liverpool, the wheels may have fell off,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a long time between drinks, between winning Premier League titles, but we've had European Cups
Yeah,
in that time. So how important do you think those relationships and community connections been to the club?
absolutely massive. And you know, the Hillsborough disaster played a big part in that as well. Obviously, nobody should go to football or should not come home. But to lose 97 supporters in one day, in one game, it was just horrific.
Mm.
And the way the club and the city rallied together, both sides of the city, blue and red, um, overseen by Kenny Dalglish and his family. You know, Liverpool as a club had somebody at all, every single funeral. Now, at the time of the disaster, it was 95, and obviously the number has gone up since. But where else would that happen? Where else would you like have a city where your football club has a representative at 95 funerals in the space of a few weeks? Um, and I think that sort of relationship between the club and um, the fans was special anyway.